Welcome to HDPP Live on a Saturday night to the UK and around the world with photos, memories and friends. This is HDPP Live. How are you this evening? Are you all well?
Hinckley District has the present for you, meeting friends old and new. Streaming Wednesdays and Saturdays too, with founder members Paul and Sue. The smiles that we bring are a heritage thing. HDPP, keeping history alive. HDPP, streaming HDPP live. Where local memories survive. HDPP, streaming HDPP live. Film clips, photos, memories and friends helps a dreary night go by. We're in Hinckley, six of the best, stupendous, quizzical high. The smiles that we bring are a heritage thing. HDPP, keeping history alive. HDPP, streaming HDPP live. Where local memories survive. HDPP, streaming HDPP live. Let's take you back in time. A community affair. We'll take you for a ride. Henson's Cab will take you there. We're making history. HDPP, chapter of causes. History supporting local causes. Streaming HDPP live. Betty is our queen bee. The sweetest honey candy. Dangerous Den here again. HDPP live. Hey, you know we keep it HDPP.
Are we on? Are we on? Are we really on? Are we? I don't know. Look, I'm here. First of all, I'm hoping, definitely hoping that people can hear me. Yes. Gary Betty says, nice to see you back. Good job. I waited until 9 o'clock. Well done. I've just got to fix a little thing here to do with what you see on this part of the screen. Let's see if I can find it. Got echo? Oh, not again. Strange. I just don't know. Really? Oh dear. So we've got echo. It's perfect now. It's gone funny again. I really don't know what's going on, ladies and gentlemen. I am really baffled. I really don't know. So we can't really do the stream, and the awful thing is I can't test it. Can't test it apparently. Echo. But as soon as I turn off what I believe is the echo, and I'll try it again, I bet my echo returns in my headphones, which is a bit of a nuisance, but I will try it. No, there's the echo. There's the echo for me and off. I really don't know, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry. We're not going to be able to do the live stream tonight, and I don't know how I'm going to sort it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to just close it now. Waste of time. I don't know why you're getting an echo and why I'm not, and vice versa. When I get the echo, you don't, and then when I don't, you do. Strange. And I really don't know how to fix this. Yeah. So I am sorry. And I don't know how I'm going to fix it. I really don't. So there you go. So all I can do is wish you a good night. I'm very sorry. I thought we got it cracked. We haven't. And I don't know how I'm going to do it. I really don't. All my buttons are in their usual positions. Alan, I'm glad you could join us because we're going now. I really don't know. This technical issue is quite major, and until I've sorted it out, and I don't know how the heck I'm going to sort it out. Yeah. Okay. So good night, everybody. I'm sorry, and I really don't know because it sounds fine this end, but over in your end, I really don't know. No, it's really strange. Daniel Coburn said, I will sit here while you play with it. It might be useful if you can, but I've got to go behind the scenes here somewhere. I'm wondering how the heck, because to me now it sounds good in my ears, but if you've got the echo, and like I say, I press the button to cancel, to try and cancel your echo, and then mine goes, oh, it's weird. And I just don't know where to look. But if you're happy, Daniel, to sit there, by the way, everybody else, if you want to tune out tonight, there will not be a stream tonight. And David Allen's staying on. There will not be a stream tonight. I've already made my mind up. Jeff Wallace, it's bearable. Is that normal, Jeff? Oh dear, this is very, very sad. Let's just have a look at a few settings while I'm here, but I don't think any of these will make any difference. This video capture device here that I've got in here, that's all turned out, and everything in even that I don't think will make any difference. I don't think that's going to make any difference whatsoever to the sound. Like I say, I just can't see where else it can be. Is that better? Oh, okay. Right, guys. Okay, no echo. So, thank you, guys. I've just found a knob down. Well, so a knob down here on the control panel. Gone. Oh, you're going. I hope he's gone for good. I hope he's gone. For those of you that have just joined the stream, ladies and gentlemen, this is our second attempt at trying to get a stream tonight. And not only that, the echo, that's better. I think everybody is happy. Are you happy, Mrs. G? So Mrs. G is off camera and she's monitoring. Yeah? And you're happy? Can we start? We might be able to do one after all. Quick, call them back. Those that went out early, come back. We could probably do this. Oh no, full of innuendo tonight. Yeah. Okay, now I'll tell you what then. Okay, let's give it a go, because for all I know, when I change the screen, let's see, when you put the adverts on, as I was told, it goes off. So I might go off. So let's just put this on the screen about the shoe industry. And can you still hear and see me? Sorry, can you still hear me and see the picture on the screen? That's what we're waiting for. I'm getting a thumbs up from Mrs. G. That's working. Yes, still working. Daniel, thank you. Big help. That's a big help. Okay, perfect, says Jeff. Well, I tell you, yeah, good. Okay, come on back. Maybe I can get... Yeah, see you, still in... Right, good, okay. Well, it does appear we're okay and we can hear you and the sound issue has been resolved, hopefully. Scanning session coming up on Saturday. Can you still hear and see that? I'm sure you can. Yes, we're sorted. We're finally sorted. But what a nuisance. I found out what it was, but what a nuisance. Good grief. Okay, right, let me see if I can get this next bit sorted out so you can see the chat that's going on here. Let's see. I can't see it in there. Well, I'll sort the chat out in a minute, but we'll get the certainly get the chat thing working in a moment, and then hopefully you can see what people are all saying. Is it that one? No, that's not that one. Oh, well, we'll sort that. Let's go to the big screen, the green screen there. I can sort that out while you lot are off. Right, okay then. What a night. Let's try and start again. We can cut all that bit out. Nobody will ever know. Welcome once again to Hinckley District, past and present live. Thank you, Kath. Anybody else? By the way, for the regulars who haven't come back, give them a call and tell them to come back. We will do it, because I really didn't think we were going to get it sorted there. Welcome to Hinckley District, past and present live Sunday night. A little bit later than normal, but it's nice that you're here. We'll have the chat screen sorted in a few minutes' time, but that doesn't matter right now. But Daniel, thank you for hanging in there. Dave Allen, thank you very much for hanging in there. Kath's back now. Jeff Wallace says, perfect. Yep. So with no further ado, let's get into 6 of the best. Here we go. Hello, Carol. She's made it back as well. Right, we're going for it. Eventually, it's only took us half an hour or so. Here's your questions then for 6 of the best tonight. Did David Blower survive? I don't know whether he did or not. Oh well. Anyway, question number 1. In the 1930s, Tudor Road, Stanley Road, Radmore Road, Richmond Road and Burley Road were so named to recall what? Yeah. Okay, now remember, don't put your answers in the chat room because people will nick them. You know what they're like. Or just, it's like a couple of robbers, a pair of knickers. It's that sort of thing. So, that's the question for number 1. In the 1930s, Tudor Road, Stanley Road, Radmore Road, Richmond Road, Burley Road were so named to recall what? Okay. Oh, welcome back, David Blower. So there is question number 1. Okay, then. Here we go. Question number 2. How many English kings have been called Henry? I should Henry. Yeah. How many English kings have been called Henry? That is your general knowledge of 6 of the best. Question number 2. Question number 3. Pinocchio was Walt Disney's first animated feature film in full colour. Is that true or is it false? Is it true or is it false? Oh, have a think about that one. Okay then. Question 4. Guess the year. The Congregational Church, that's the one in the borough. It celebrated 100 years in the borough. There's been a Congregational Church in Hinckley for 306 years. So what was the year of the 100th celebrations of the church? 68, 69, 1970. Okay? Right. I'll leave that on the screen just so you get it a minute. You can scribble it down. Jolly good. Question number 5. Where am I? Oh, that's a posh place. Where am I? Not telling you, but I'm sure some people already have got that one. It is quite easy. Done in a bit of a rush, you understand. Where am I? Yes, that is question number 5. Once again, don't put it in the chat room because people will nick it. And on to our anagram question. Don't you just love? Don't you just? Now this one's good. It's pretty simple and straightforward. Clown's goodnight killer. Clown's goodnight killer. If you rearrange that and use our cryptic clue, even Mrs. G thought it was quite a good clue, didn't you, Mrs. Yes, you did. Hedge your bets to get ahead. And when you get the answer to this, you'll go, hey, that was a good cryptic clue. Hedge your bets to get ahead. Rearrange Clown's goodnight killer. We're looking for a local place of historic interest. I would say that's a local place of historic interest. Clown's goodnight killer. Cryptic clue is hedge your bets to get ahead. Okay then, jolly good indeed. Right, okay then. We'll come back, we'll do the questions again in just a few minutes' time. I know I said earlier on we weren't going to do this stream because we thought we weren't going to get rid of the echo, but we have. Even the technical guys behind these screens behind me couldn't sort it out. They're all and they're thinking, I don't know what I'm going to do here. But it's great that we've got it sorted and everything. So there you go. So I promised you a trip on the railway from Elmsthorpe through to Jericho. Now, for those of you that don't know Jericho, let me just put that in the picture. That is the large area of land where Jericho Farm once stood, where today the big DPD depot stretches for about 50 years and whatnot. But we're going to go have the train driver's view. Now, it's a little bit anarchy, I know, but it only lasts for a couple of minutes. And I'll talk you through where we are as we go along the railway, as it were, okay? So, Elmsthorpe to Jericho, and I'll explain exactly what you're seeing. So, sit back and enjoy this little bit funky music there. This is good, okay. I need a stiff drink, Dan. You're absolutely right. I'll go and get one of my nookies in a minute. Okay, so past the green signal, and we are just approaching the bridge at Elmsthorpe by the Wentworth Arms. Under we go. So the Wentworth Arms would be on the left, and this would have been Elmsthorpe Station. Elmsthorpe Station stood here until, well, into the 1970s. You would never know that a railway station ever stood there. Okay, so as the train starts to swing and head its direction round towards Hinckley, you'll see these information coming in as well. Short sections of rail there that have yet to be picked up by the gang. But anyway, we are coming around that curve from Elmsthorpe, and the next thing we'll be heading through Burbage Common. Now you'll know exactly where we are in just a moment. As we approach the bridge, you will see coming up into view in the background, you will see that just coming into view any time now. Now that is the bridge. That is the bridge. That is Burbage Common, the one that goes over. Now, bearing in mind that the land on the left-hand side could possibly all be gone if that big depot is built here on the left-hand side of the screen. So here's the bridge down on Burbage Common. We go through there with a green light, of course. So as we go through there, you will now find that Burbage Common and Woods would be on the right-hand side of the screen, and we're heading along. As Kath Denny said, it's a new bridge at Elmsthorpe too. Yes, it certainly was. Burbage Common is on the right. And as we come along, here comes the over the bridge, which we all go under to Smithy Lane, just going over that now. Sheepy Wood on the right-hand side of the screen. There's Maze Calf on the left, just gone by. And we're on that long straighter road over the bridge, that little under bridge which goes to connect the fields on the left-hand side, and we'll be approaching very, very shortly the crossing over to the golf club, as if in case you didn't know. Welcome back to the crops. Have come back to us, thank you. We decided to suddenly go for it. We thought we'd probably get rid of you by then, but no, you're here. Well done, Alan. Over the crossing we go, that goes over to from the outwards through to the golf club. Another green light as we are approaching Balls Bridge. Balls Bridge, this is the one of Forest Road that goes across to the outwards, that big bridge here. Well, you ever wonder what it's like to go under it and what it looks? There it goes. The next bridge ahead of us is London Road Bridge. There's a benchmark on this bridge if you know where to look. Carries the main road from Hinckley into Burbage. Under we go, and we're followed very, very quickly. Another bridge. This is the Parsons Lane Bridge, which takes a footpath over from Park Road and over into Brookside. There we go. And now we start the swing around in towards Hinckley Station. We've been climbing for the last 6 miles, believe it or not. This is a freight train, not a goods train, by the way. So we won't be stopping in Hinckley Station today. I hear you all sigh, oh damn. But no, so there's all the new houses where Bennett's used to stand up on the right-hand side. Here comes Hinckley Railway Station. Straight through, give everybody a wave. There's the HDPP plant. I've just seen it as it went by. And we go past, behind Tesco, past where the old signal box used to stand there on the left-hand side. We're crossing over now Rugby Road. Here comes the Rugby Road Bridge. Nothing stuck under it today, thank heaven. And there's Burgess Products that stood on the left-hand side. And also past Burgess Sports that used to stand here too, behind those tall trees. We're coming out of Hinckley now, and of course on the right-hand side would be Westfield Road and Northfield Road respectively, over the Jericho crossing. And you can now start to see how much development has gone on the left-hand side of the screen. As we sing around, look, you can see great big roofs there of the DPD depot. The line straightens out, it's straight onto Nuneaton now, but we're not going to go that far. Just a couple of points to show you. And that is, we'll be crossing over the Canal Bridge, and also, there we go, and also over the bridge of the A5, if anybody's going to hit it before we get to it. There we go, we have made it over the bridge and on our way to Nuneaton, as it would be there. And of course the old coal chute and the electric board which would have been there. That was just a quick test, yes. Yeah, there we go. John Denny got the wearing Hinckley. Well, he would. Well, it's a good one though, isn't it, John? You've got to admit the clue's good. Well done. Also, Look at some of our anoraks are here tonight. Is it a Class 66 ballast train doing 50 mile an hour? Don't know. And anyway, but as Ian Roberts says, Jericho Crossing is a dangerous place. Yes, we know some fatalities sadly have occurred there. There you are, Dennis Spence. I enjoyed that. Well done. Got a chance to give you another film now. Would you like a quick recap of 6 of the best? Because the cops only just got back in. Yeah, let's do 6 of the best one more time. Okay, so 6 of the best as we go back into 6 of the best. Question number 1. In the 1930s, Tudor Road, Stanley Road, Radmore Road, Richmond Road and Burley Road were so named to recall what? Oh, go on, says Alan. Oh, go on. So that is question number 1. Question number 2. How many English kings have been called Henry? You can go in Henry. That's question number 2. True or false this week, Pinocchio was Walt Disney's first animated feature film in full colour. Is that true? Is it false? I can hear you going on Google Air quite now. Don't do Google. Have a good go. Guess the year. Now, the Congregational Church celebrated 100 years in the borough. There'd been a Congregational Church in Hinckley for 306 years. What was the year of the 100th celebrations? Do a bit of mathematics there. 68, 69 or 1970? One of them, of course, is the correct answer. Here we go with Where Am I? Oh, where am I? Oh, looks a bit posh. But where is it? Where am I? But don't put it in the chat room. People will nick it. Jolly good. That is question number 5. Question 6, the anagram question. Say, oh, John Denny, there's no holding him back. Clown's Goodnight Killer. Clown's Goodnight Killer. We're looking for a local place of historic interest. The cryptic clue for it. Hedge your bets to get ahead. Now, come on, John Denny. You've got to admit that's a pretty subtle clue. You've got to. Kevin Beasley, I know. Oh, good. He knows, you know. So there we go. I'll leave it on the screen just a few moments' time, just so you can all catch up. There you go. Good. Okay, I've got another little feature for you tonight. I'm sorry we're running a little bit higgledy-piggledy tonight. A little bit higgledy-piggledy. We've ironed the gremlins out. Thank heaven. Oh, it's the where, not the anagram. Oh, sorry, John. I thought you was on about you'd got the anagram. Always got the where. Where am I? Yes. Okay. Good. Alan Crop is saying, you need to bother. I don't know note. He says, well, have a go anyway, Alan. It doesn't matter. There we go. Okay. Another one. Now, I found this little video taken by a tourist and the comments of the walk through the town. You can catch it on YouTube. The comments were really lovely. What a lovely town people were putting. How nice. Where is this? And it got me to thinking how things we don't see, but obviously a fresh pair of eyes sees things differently. So that's only a couple, I think it's about 8 minutes long, but it's somebody who's visiting the town and decided just to video their walkthrough. Now, you might even appear on this video if you happen to be in town at the time. So have a look through their eyes and see the Hinckley. And this is also for benefit of people who no longer live in the town, but would like to see, how the town has changed, how it looks now. And this was only taken a couple of months ago. So sit back and enjoy this little featurette of a walk through Hinckley through the eyes of a tourist. So, as I was saying, this person just got their camera out and just wanted to video their particular walk through the town. And so I thought this is interesting because all the comments were saying, that's a lovely market and things like that, you know. And I found that very, very interesting. So as we're walking along Station Road, so to people that have left the town and now they're probably seeing this for the first time in 20, 30, 40 years, they will be seeing things which we have got used to. There are certain parts of the town, of course, that have stayed the same. Like over the road there, we can see Flavor's offices, and of course the what was then the new build of what was the building society and stuff. That we see that new building with the tin hat on the top of the flagpole. Those buildings opening in the mid 1970s, and we're approaching the marketplace, as you know, and. As I say, there was lots of comments about the market in the original video, which, like I say, if you just type Hinckley in YouTube, you'll see it. The marketplace, well, which isn't much of a marketplace in my opinion. I've often felt that the marketplace is, yeah, it's a little bit underused in some ways. I just felt that it could be better utilised, let's say. But anyway, this is just part of the market, because as you know, they put the market, for those of you that don't know Hinckley, they've put the market in the street, so it winds its way up Castle Street, which is what we're going to see in just a few moments' time. The watchman there, I'm just out of shot on the left, who does a great rowing trade there, great service by the way. Always got somebody waiting to have their watch done, but plenty of people about pretty well. And this was just. I don't know whether it was a Saturday or a Monday, to be totally honest. And so this mosey up Castle Street, say, thinking about people that have left the town who haven't seen Castle Street for a long time. This is how it looked, barely 2 months ago, to give you an idea of what it's like today. And as you can see, the market stalls lining one side of the street. And we take a slow nosy up. Yes, we've got charity shops. Tell me a town that hasn't got a charity shop. That's all I ask. The card factory recently opened up there on the right-hand side in the, as you can see, just coming up there, because there's been various shops come and go over time. But yeah, the market isn't too bad. And look, are you looking for yourself? You see, are you looking for yourself? Kath Denny says there's not much of a market now. I know what you're saying, Kath, but say some of the comments in this video, oh, that looks a nice little market you got there. It's how we perceive our town and how, let's say, people outside perceive the town as well. So it's interesting to get both sides of the story here. And as I say, we're just walking up Mid-Castle Street on the left-hand side where Woolies was, for those of you that had left the town a long time ago. Of course, Woolworths went into liquidation. We've got the B&M store there. WH Smith on the right-hand side, which is now our general post office. That's the main post office of the town now. Bryvies, I think they're on the left, where they've now gone into the Britannia Centre. They've got their own shop in there now as well. Somebody there with a mask on. Have you seen it? Oh, there's Mrs. Mayor. There's the mayor. I think this might have been this must have been about the Halloween spooky Saturday. Could very well have been, actually. So the mayor's just gone by, and I've seen somebody else with a mask on. So there might have been something going on in the Britannia Centre, I am guessing. So if you're viewing Castle Street, there's the old gas showrooms, of course, many, many years ago. And still standing, we're delighted to say. And as this walk goes on just a little bit further, Church Walk's there on the right-hand side. And I've never been in this gym, but we've got loads of gyms in the town. If it's not hairdressers and nails, it's gyms. Gyms all over the place, I tell you. They really, really are. But anyway, here you are. Have a hot spud while you're at it. Yeah. Good. Lovely. And over here, on the right-hand side, the new pet shop that's open. You'll be hearing more about them soon. The new model shop on the right. Great models in there. You can easily walk by without realising. It's a great model shop. Some fantastic models in there. The only butcher's in Castle Street now, Swinfin, there on the right-hand side as well. And Johnson's store, just gone out of shot on the left-hand side, being run by the same family for all those years. Fantastic. Some of you that left the town will probably recognise Noons that used to be there on the right-hand side. And as we get up to where the co-op used to be, now Jasper's store, of course. The much missed co-op in that respect, has to be said, I'm sure. But there we go. So we get to the top of Castle Street, and once again, we'll soon be approaching Estate estate agent alley, as I often call it. But there we go. Just a casual walk up Castle Street from bottom to top. Paul, I know a good gym, says Ian. Right. Oh, do you? Good. Okay. And there we go. Look, as we approach the top end of Castle Street. Now, I'm not sure whether it actually stops just here or not. To be totally honest, there is a little bit more. I think we're going back down to the bottom. But there you go, Upper Castle Street. And now we turn and look back down Castle Street as well. And Marmalade Meringue, which is a very popular gift shop, of course. There's Upper Castle Street with all its estate agents. Let's just walk down a little bit further. We now ended up in the Crescent. For those of you that don't know, this is like the old bus station area of the town off Lancaster Road. And part of the Crescent, which I often think, I just wish they could do a little bit more in the Crescent. I don't mind walking through it, but there's a big open area, which I know they sometimes put a crazy pitch and putt, like a crazy golf in there, but I wish they'd put something in there. They didn't put a Christmas tree in there this year, for example. Now, this is not, the actual Crescent is not owned by the council. Only the bit on the left is council owned. The rest is all privately owned, if you like, by a company. But I wish they would have done a bit more in this space here that you're coming up to now. It's bare, it's crying out for something, and I'm sure you will agree. So there we go, into the Crescent, but otherwise relatively busy in the Crescent at times, certainly when I've gone through anyway, But meanwhile, John Denny, I've got the anagram. Yes, it's a good clue. Absolutely, you see, there we go. A little walk through the town. There we go. All through the eyes of a tourist. Good. Okay. Now then, I'm trying to make up a little bit of time. We're going for a noser in a few minutes' time. And if you've been late to the party, you've missed all the fun at the beginning. But we've managed to get all that ironed out this evening. So anyway, one more quick go at 6 of the best then, and then we'll go for our noser this evening. Are you ready? Here we go. Question number 1. Yeah. Question number 1. In the 1930s, Tudor Road, Stanley Road, Radmore Road, Richmond Road, Burley Road were so named to recall what? Yeah. Question number 2. How many English kings have been called Henry? Pretty easy, actually. Question 3. True or false? Pinocchio was Walt Disney's first animated feature film in full colour. True or false? Don't know. Question 4. Guess the year the Congregational Church celebrated 100 years in the borough. There'd been a Congregational Church in Hinckley for 306 years. So with a bit of mathematics, what year was the 100th celebrations held? 1968, 1969 or 1970? The Where Am I, John Denny, once again, getting extra stars on his star report there. Where am I? You should know that. I think a lot of people should know where that is. Not a million miles away, I tell you. And the clever anagram question. David Blower, how are you doing with this? Clown's Goodnight Killer. Rearrange Clown's Goodnight Killer. Apply the cryptic clue. Hedge your bets to get ahead. And as John Denny says, it's a good clue, and we're looking for an area of historical interest locally. That is local. Trust me, it is. There you go. That is your 6 of the best this evening. Right then. Oh, my word, it's all happening tonight. I think we've got time for a nosy now. I've got time to go and sink a bottle of Newcastle Brown. Thank you very much. By the way, Daniel, I was with Daniel Coburn yesterday. Great to sit and have a good chat with Daniel. And as a lovely gesture, he bought me four bottles of Newcastle Brown. Now, I know Dangerous Dan would be going, oh, look at that. Oh, yeah, you're damn right. So, Daniel, thank you very much. You're welcome anytime. Anytime, mate, honestly. Right, time for a nosy. We're going to go down and join our Steve on his nosy. And like I say, bit of a festive nosy because it's sort of over Christmas. So as you'll see when we go for it, here we go.
Do they know it's Chris? Hey, up, it's Rare Rob. What are you doing here? What are you doing here? Hey, up, it's the pissed up priest. Hey, up, it's Delighted Dave. We get dafter. We get dafter here, don't we? Anyway, welcome to a Let's Explore Christmas Nosy. And of course, we haven't all met here by accident. We have all come in the same vehicle. The main man's drove us today. We're being chauffeured, aren't we?
It's Christmas.
Quite tight these hats are. My head's quite hot.
The fitter's fine.
Yeah, well, I've got a
fine.
head like an anvil, haven't I? And as you can see, look at this amazing structure here. So these are the lime kilns down at Frogall in Staffordshire, and we've come to look at some amazing tramway civil engineering today. Unbelievable. And of course, the tramways were first built here in 1778. The Colden Canal came into this area in 1778. Then they built another tramway in 1785, then another one in 1803/4, and then they waited until 1849 to build the last one, which accommodates a fantastic tunnel that we're going to see at the end of the video as well, which I'm really looking forward to, by the way. Anyway, we've got an awful lot to see today in this video, I think, and it's a beautiful day. For saying it's December and it's Christmas Day tomorrow,
yeah.
Fantastic. It chucked it down yesterday. We were going to come out yesterday, weren't we, but we didn't bother in the end, because Rob couldn't do it and we really wanted Rob here. So without any further ado, I can't believe this place is incredible. It's stunning.
Absolutely.
It's amazing. Right, shall we go and have a nosy?
Let's go and have a nosy.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Yeah. I wish I could be nosy every day. Right then, so Frogall in Staffordshire, and I'll be quite honest with you, I was meant to make this video well over a year ago, and one day I was looking at the map, this one that we're looking at now, an Ordnance Survey map courtesy of the National Library of Scotland, dated around about 1884 of the area, and I thought, wow, I've stumbled across something here, got straight onto YouTube. There wasn't a lot of videos about. Did a bit of research, and lo and behold, a few days later, Martin Zero and the White Wicks came up here and made a video, so I thought, I best put this one to bed for a while and leave it. And it's taken all this time to come and do it, Christmas 2022, and I'm so glad that we went out and made this video today. Really enjoyed it. So Frogall then, and I'll tell you something, it's a fantastic place, and if you're into this sort of industrial heritage as I am, I love it. You want to get your sends over there because there's parking there which is free, some great trails on the old tramways and what have you there as well. And there's even a cafe there as well by the wharf, in a really old wharf canal side building that was built when this place was. Fantastic stuff, but unfortunately the cafe wasn't open when we visited today. That would have been nice to warm my hands up, to be honest with you, a nice cup of tea, because I was cold when we got there. But the Colden Canal was actually built, finished in 1778. That's when the first tramway, of course, opened as well. Now, the Colden Canal was a branch of the Trent and Mersey Canal, and they brought it all the way up here to Frogall and had these wharfs and what have you, and they built this tramway, of course, to get up to the Colden Low lime workings, the quarries up there, to get limestone from up there down to this wharf. Now, back in the day, there were actually, I think, limestone crushing or stone crushing facilities, and later on, a tarmac facility where they were making that. But I'll tell you now, it's a fantastic, ridiculously brilliant place, this is. I loved it. I could easily go up here for a part 2, do you know what I mean? Right, so courtesy of the Churnick Valley website, what you're looking at here, it's a fantastic map actually, because what they've done, they've highlighted the first tramway that was built in 1778 in red. Now in this video, the video is mainly about the tunnel, which we'll go to later, which I think was built in 1847. I think I keep saying that tramway and tunnel were built in 1849 in the video, but I think it is 1847. But yeah, we don't go into a lot of depth looking at the actual tramways, just bits and bobs that I really wanted to see. Right, so you've got this orange line now. So they did away with the red area and used this orange section. Now this was completed in 1785, and they did that because the actual Colden Canal was extended by roughly 530 yards, including a tunnel in the canal that we didn't go and look at today. Right, so now we've added in this green line. Now, this is where it gets a bit more serious for this tramway, because the first two tramways were quite primitive. And, well, I say primitive, all four of them were in a way. They were always using horsepower, but when they got to this third one that was opened in 1804 and designed by the celebrated Scottish engineer John Rennie, it got a bit more serious in terms of what they could carry on there and the technology used. So, you know, those horizontal barrels where they could, you know, pull you know, wagons up and down hills and what have you. We didn't actually really explore any of this today, to be fair, but just thought I'd add that in there. Right, so you will be pleased to know that's me just about done yakking for now, unless you've already fast forwarded it, you little gits, you know what I mean? But yeah, that purple line there, that was the last tramway that was opened in 1849. Now, I said earlier that I kept saying 1849, and I think it opened in 1847, but no, it did open in 1849, so sorry to confuse you. They probably started altering it in 1847. But yeah, this was designed by James Trubshaw, another great engineer, and he also built the tunnel that we're going to see later on in the video. And we don't see an awful lot of this. We do walk a bit of this off camera and do find a nice little bridge as well associated with it. Anyway, come on, let's go for a nosy.
Right then, so we've only just got down Frogall. I love that name, Frogall. And you've got, look how fast this stream's flowing here. This place, the engineering that's took place around here over the last couple of centuries or more, it's incredible, it's second to none. Now I want to go in there with my waders on, but it looks very slippy and this water is running extremely fast. But I want to show you something underneath this stone-built embankment here, because this is amazing. Look at this. But look at this here. And what's that, 30-foot high up there? Incredible. But look in here, I've got to watch my step here. Right. Oh. See how it's cascading in? That is absolutely fantastic. And there's a ledge in there, look, as well. I'm not sure what that's about. Look at that. That is absolutely fantastic. Absolutely amazing. That only been on the nosy a couple of minutes, haven't we? Brilliant. More evidence of something there. If that's been bricked up. I'm always suspicious when things have been bricked up. Do you know what I mean? Barry? But absolutely amazing this, right? Where's Dave gone running off to? Yeah. Is he? We're like big kids, aren't we, me and him are? Me and Dave are sat in the back of Steve's car, you know, and the two sensible people, well, I say sensible, we don't call him the pissed up priest for no reason, do we? What's that say about me and Dave then? But yeah, Rob were falling asleep on the way here. We're calling him names to see if he heard us. Look at them buttresses, look. See them?
Yeah, another one here. 2 more.
Mad, this place. Right, this then is a short incline that goes from where the tramways met here and then onwards down to the wharf on the Colden Canal. But what's amazing just here is this, still in situ. So what you got here, either side, still with the bolts there, are stone plinths from the early 1800s, I think, which is absolutely fantastic. And you're going to see a photograph very shortly of a really big winding drum that sat on the top of here. It sat about, what would you say, 7 or 8 foot high, Dave?
Oh yeah.
Horizontally. And it worked on gravity, and it was wound. The actual cables were wrapped round it in opposite directions. So it could be pulling wagons up here, empties, and sending loaded ones down to the actual wharf. And I think in these wagons, you know, I think they carried about 6 tons each. So absolutely amazing. But I'm quite sure this was put in. Maybe Rennie, the great civil engineer, designed this, because I think these are from the early 1800s, 1803/1804. Amazing. But what a great bit of history. I'll tell you what, all this within an hour's drive, Dave.
Right, look at this for an amazing photograph. So I've just been showing you those stone plinths that this drum actually sits on this incline. Absolutely fantastic. And this photograph was taken in 1904 and it's courtesy of the National Transport Trust.org.uk. Right, so as I've probably already explained to you, I tell you I'm struggling to talk, I'm that cold. As I've probably already told you, I've showed you the 4 tramways up here. Now this is interesting, where Dave's just walked through. Now this one, this goes from the last place you've seen us, so down at the winding drum, down near Frogall Wharf there. Now, part of that is the 1778 tramway, but I'm not, where we're stood now, if I was looking at a proper map online, I'd know where. But at the minute, I'm not sure if this is 1778 built, this little underpass, or if it's 1849, I'm not sure. But yeah, take a gander at it, it's beautiful old stonework again. Right, so the main intention with making today's video was to actually go and look at the Coldham Tramway Tunnel built in 1849. But whilst we were down here and parked at Frogall, parts of the 1778 built tramway, the original one, are still here. Now I'm actually walking on it, and it was so uneven in places and not very well engineered, and it certainly wasn't over-engineered. It was more or less impassable in the winter, they reckon. But I've just found a piece of very interesting, fascinating architecture from 1778 that I've been really wanting to look at. This is the thing I've wanted to look at more than anything on this video. So before we go and show you the tunnel, we'll have a look at this. And the other 3 have actually gone back to Frogall car park. We're actually struggling to find this at first. So I said, I'll tell you what, Steve, you go and do the drone work, you go and get some more photos, Dave, and you go and comb your hair, Rob. Do you know what I mean? So look at this down here, fantastic. And disappointingly so, I haven't got my wellies on. I've got my waders in the car for when we're going the tunnel. This here is a bridge. I think it used to be wider. That'll become clear in a minute. And you've got the Shirley Brook down here. Now what you've got here, look, a bit bizarre here because we've got this little underpass. Now whether this is an old livestock pass under for sheep, I don't know. But what you're looking at here is 1778, I'm pretty sure of that. But where the Shirley Brook goes beneath, just look at that. That is absolutely fantastic. Now, of course, I've made the schoolboy error. As I've said, I'm not putting my wellies on. I'll do my best to show you this. This is extremely old. And I don't know if it's a World Heritage Site. In my opinion, it should be. This is fascinating. I don't even know who built this one, to be honest. But the 1849 built tramway is up there. That's really high up on a really high plane. Well, I'll try and get down here. It's a bit precarious in places. Right. Yeah, I ain't gonna be able to go through there. Try and stand on these stones here. I ain't getting my feet wet. I'm not in my car today anyway, so. Beautiful bridge. It's like something from the Lord of the Rings, isn't it, down here? It's otherworldly, but you see what I mean? Look, by that level, and then you've got that up there. Now, whether that's an overflow, because I imagine this gets really deep when the rain's really heavy. You know, when the rain's cascading off all these hillsides, it would get deep down here, like something from the Colorado Rapids, I imagine. So I've just been standing on those rocks down there, so come above the structure now. And on this side, look, so I ain't gonna be able to get in the water down here. It's quite high up. It's a bit dangerous, to be honest, if you're not watching what you're doing. But look at that old stonework down there. That's beautiful. That's so old, 1778. Amazing. Look how that tree's growing out of it there, look. I'm in awe of this stuff. I really am. And we'll go and see the tunnel shortly, but amazing. All this engineering has took place in a wild place like this. They've had to tame this area. I mean, look at it up there. It's crazy. Yeah, so I really had to show you that bridge. I really wanted to see it myself because it's I think I said there, these bits and bobs should be World Heritage sites. I mean, might well be, I don't know. But next time you see us, we will be battling the undergrowth and quite possibly a very steep railway cutting to get into this Colden tunnel. I'm looking forward to it. Let's go and have a nose there. Right, so at the side of this field, just over there, we've got a portal. Now, the other end is really muddy. This end isn't as bad, but the problem we've got here with this portal is it's really bad brush, isn't it, Steve? Really bad. Now, as you can see, look at that, making a guest appearance the way it is. So let's get on over here and see what we're in for, because from what I've seen and from what Steve's told me, it's ridiculously muddy in here, but this is the driest end, isn't it?
Yes, yeah.
So, we'll see. I tell you what, this is really tight on my head. I ain't gonna lie, I shouldn't have an head like an anvil. Right, let's do it. Yeah, I can see a route. Oh shit. Yeah, come on, Santa. Yeah, it's a bit, there's plenty to hang on to anyway if you go, isn't there? Yeah, it's not too bad, he says. If I'm going to keep this stick, it might come in handy when we're in there, yeah. Bloody hell. Christ's sake. We're mad, ain't we? Right then, so here we are, made it safely down to the track bed. Really sheer sides these, but really soft soil as well either side. You get a good footing and there's so much to hang on to in terms of undergrowth and branches and twigs and things. Steve did come bowling towards me like a bowling ball in an alley at one point, but we are here. This end isn't so muddy, as you can probably just about make out. And let's go and check it out. Been looking forward to this for a long time. This is a James Trubshaw designed and built tunnel, 1849. And I assume you're wanting to get a photo of us all, Dave, here. Right, let's go for a nosy then. As you can see, what looks like a Christmas tree in there is in fact our David, with his fairy lights on him, bless him. Nice tunnel this is, and it is fairly rounded as you can see at the minute, but I seen some photos online the other day and it does indeed go a bit egg-shaped. So much water in here, mind you, I ain't surprised with the rain we've had, to be honest. The brickwork looks absolutely flawless, Dave. Absolutely flawless, to be fair. Right, so it's quite interesting here now because where Steve's standing, it's quite a wide tunnel. It's actually double track at this point. But just here, see there, look. The bore changes, look. And it starts narrowing off here to a single track. See that? So it goes more egg-shaped here. So very interesting, very peculiar shaped tunnel. It's getting a lot more muddy now. It's not too bad at the minute, but yeah, fantastic old engineering once again, Steve. I'm enjoying this one. We've got the collapse up here that's been shored up. Got a nice little refuge here as well. I think there's a few up there actually where we're walking to, but yeah, this is although this is a dangerous feature, it's a very interesting one with these old acros here, steel acros, look. Got some old shoriners there, up there as well, look. What you'd see in a trench usually to help support the roof, so Very interesting. There's actually a really nice breeze coming through here as well. Really nice breeze. Yeah, some old bracing there as well, look, by the looks of it. So fascinating, this is, isn't it?
Yeah, it's brilliant place, this one.
Yeah, it is very interesting. I'm in my element down here. Blimey. So these are the same as the sheet piles that I might use at work, Steve, in a trench.
Yeah.
And they've just used them to hold the roof up, like.
Stephen. Captain Pickett's in the lead. I'll tell you what. Steve.
Right, so I've just noticed we've come to this refuge here and got some nuts and bolts and what have you on the wall there at the back. A bit of a hook up there as well, that's interesting. Maybe that's where they used to hang a lamp or something, I imagine. And down here, look, it's got a wooden base, look. So that's interesting, isn't it? I've never seen that in a refuge before. So interesting as to why they've lined it with wood. Right, well, unfortunately, that concludes this Christmas Day special. And what an amazing end to hopefully a really good video for you. I hope you've enjoyed it. And I know these three have. Fantastic, this tunnel. You know, tunnels can get a bit samey, you know, but I mean, some interesting features where it narrows off and goes into a single track line and what have you, but fantastic. Look at the thickness of it here as well, look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, built in 1849, yeah, but well, I don't know if it is over-engineered or not, to be fair, but I mean, this cutting's fantastic. But yeah, really enjoyed that, chaps. Great to have your company as per usual.
Yeah, very good.
I'm looking forward to getting this woolly hat off, I know that. My head's boiling beneath here.
Take this opportunity just to wish everyone a Merry Christmas. And
yes.
Thanks for watching us and enjoying what we do.
Yeah, thanks for watching the videos
Merry
this year.
Christmas.
Yeah, big happy Christmas to you. And thanks for watching. Yeah, you're not going to get a lot out of Rare Rob. That's why he's Rare Rob, isn't it? That's why we love him. Anyway, our next major feat is getting up that very, very steep embankment, which is making me question how the hell we got down here in the first place.
And it is steep.
It is, isn't it? Shall we do it?
Let's do it.
Let's go for it.
See you later. Thanks for watching. Bye.
See ya. Bye.
Got really dig your boots in. Crikey, struggling already. Cross. Go cross. Oh shit. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Maybe that side. Don't know what you lot laughing at. You've got to do this in a minute. See, we could have gone out that way, but it was really, really muddy. Really bad. And I've got waders, it's all right for me, but these haven't got them, so that's why we're going back up here. Oh, this is a waste of time. I'll have to go across, ain't I? Yeah, you're all right here. You did this in the pitch darkness. Well, actually, whatever that is. Yeah. You might go through more new nicknames after that, Stephen. Hey. That's better. Here we go. Don't forget, I've got my waders on and all, it's difficult to bend my legs. Hey? Yeah, thanks. Oh, shit. This is a video all on its own. Isn't it? Hey? Hey. I love it though, really. What a workout. Amazing.
Oh dear me. Nice one, Steve. That is brilliant. Brilliant. I love that bit at the end. That was great. We needed a bit of a laugh tonight after all what's gone on here this evening. But that's fantastic. Well done indeed, mate. Absolutely. Right, now then. As I say, we've had an eventful evening this evening. And thank you for your lovely comments, by the way, coming up coming up in the chat room. Like I say, I am in the process of sorting the on-screen chat out, but I know what that is. But it's hardly worth it here. But a great ending, Steve. Love that. Maybe you ought to do that at the end. You ought to put a bit of Benny Hill music on the end of that. I think that would have done it a treat, mate. But there you go. Fantastic. Right, okay then. Just before we give you the answers, in fact, let's do the answers now to 6 of the best. Hang on, let's get it right. Right, so 6 of the best it is. It's now time to start submitting your answers. So question number 1. Can you tell me, first person that can tell me, in the 1930s, Tudor Road, Stanley Road, Radmore Road, Richmond Road, Burley Road, well, so named to recall what? Let's see who can be first in to get their first point this evening. That's what we're waiting to find out. There is no S in South. Yeah, well, listen. Oh dear. Dennis Perkins, Battle of Bosworth. Yeah, absolutely right, Dennis. Battle of Bosworth. That's absolutely right. Yes. By the way, Steve said I wanted to do Benny Hill a few times, but it's copyright. Yeah, I suppose it is, mate. Yeah, and then it'll get muted on Facebook. Yeah, I know what you mean, mate. Okay. Yes. Anyway, the answer to question 1 is all to do with the Battle of Bosworth. So you've got Tudor, Lord Stanley, Lord Burleigh, etc., etc., etc. So that's how they became by their names. General knowledge number 2. Yeah. Well done, Carol. How many English kings have been called Henry? How many English kings have been called Henry? Quite easy, actually, when you think about it. Let's just see. First person in with this one, and I'm sure you'll get that right anyway, because it's self-explanatory, really. Carol's on the ball. Look, 8, exactly. We've never had a Henry the 9th, have we? So there we go. Yes, absolutely right, Carol and Daniel. 8 so far, so you can go in Henry. Right, true or false? I tell you, I can't remember the answer to this one, Mrs. G. Hope you can. Pinocchio was Walt Disney's first animated feature film in full colour. Is that true or false? Let's see. Oh, I've remembered now what the answer is. Yeah, let's just see who gets this one right. So, is it true or false? Carol says it's false. Don't believe everything you read, she says. False. Carol, you are correct. Yes, Daniel, correct. You're false. Yeah, and Elaine Galloway, false. David Allen said true. No, sorry, David, it's not. No, it's not, I tell you. It's false. Because actually, you'd find it was Snow White was the first all-colour feature that he did. So there you go, yeah. Kevin Beasley, we have a dog called Henry. Well, good for you there, Kevin. Number 4. Now, guess the year. Guess the year. The Congregational Church celebrated 100 years in the borough. There'd been a Congregational Church in Hinckley for 306 years. What was the year of the 100th celebrations? Was it 68, 69 or 1970? If you do your mathematics, I think you come up. Let's see if anybody comes up with the correct guess. One of those is the correct answer. Just waiting to see. David Allen's put 1970. No, sorry, David. Not right this time, I'm afraid. Daniel Coburn, 1970. No, sorry. Not the way. If I remember, we definitely got the right answer here, but no. Oh, he said no, it's definitely not 1970. No one's gave me the right answer. I know what you lot will do. You'll start whittling on and start saying, Kevin Beasley, 1968, yes. Carol Beasley, 1968. Yeah, you're right. John Denny, 1968. Quite correct, yes. Wonderful. Right, moving on to number 5. Where am I? Go on. I know John Denny's already got it cut and pasted, ready to post this one. Where am I? Somewhere in the local area. I definitely am, and we all know where it... Well, most of you should know where it is. Okay. John Denny. No, you're wrong, John. John, no, I can't believe Crown Court, the old Crown Hotel. No, John, it's not. Daniel Coburn said, never good at maths. Kevin Beasley, Burbage, you are right. Where am I? I haven't got it in here. That's a shame. I thought it was on this particular bit, but never mind. I'm outside the Conservative Club in Burbage. I'm at the Conservative Club in Burbage. I forgot to put the answer in. You'll have to take my word for it. We are at the outside the Conservative Club Burbage. Thank you, Carol. She says Church Street. Well, yeah, Church Street, Conservative Club, Burbage would suffice. So there we go. So John, I'm numbed with shock. And Johnny said, looks similar. I thought it was. Sorry, John. I'm numbed now because John normally gets everything right because he's one of those clever clogs, you know. Sorry, John, but there you go. So on to number 6. But we know that John got this right, though. Right, anagram question. Clown's goodnight killer. The cryptic clue. Hedge your bets to get ahead. And we're looking for an area an area of historical interest locally. Oh, look at this. John Denny, giving you all a chance. It's Crown Hill, Stoke Golding. Quite right. Crown Hill, Stoke Golding. The clue, hedge your bets, the Crown of England was rumoured or alleged to have been found in a hedge at Crown Hill in Stoke Golding. Hence, hedge your bets to get ahead. Do you get it? Anyway, there you go. But anyway, so Carol Beasley said, well, it's 5 for me tonight. Carol, that's very good for you tonight. Alan Crop says, Marie got 1. Alan, none. Never mind. Listen, it's been a topsy-turvy sort of night, hasn't it? And Kevin Beasley says, 4 for me. So at the minute, Carol Beasley is way out in front there. And John Denny getting, so I think John's got 4. None for David Allen. Never mind, David. There you are. Yes, they crowned King Henry with it in the church, yes. Only 3 for Queen Bee tonight. But Carol is well chuffed. She said you'd probably have to have another drink. 3 for Dangerous Den. Yes, 5 for John Denny. So there's John and Carol neck and neck, as it were. Elaine Galloway, hi. Pat and Elaine got 4. Well done, both of you. Excellent indeed. Daniel Coburn, only 2 for me tonight. Never mind. And Jeff Wallace said only 2. Well, I think everybody here actually ought to have a round of applause because it's been a challenging night, behind the scenes as well as on the scene. So well done. Anyway, this is just what it is. Well done indeed. Now, just a reminder, if you wasn't here at the beginning of the programme, which seems like years away again now, let me just remind you that the nominations for the Good Causes closed on New Year's Eve. We've had a meeting of committee, and if you nominated one of your causes, I can assure you that will be honoured. We will be giving all the nominations were honoured, plus a few extra this year. We had £4,000 to give to local good causes. So brilliant. Well done to all of you. And so they've been chosen. The good causes have been notified. And we hope to have them with us on the 22nd of February for our grand presentation night. Love that night. It's always a great night, isn't it? So anyway. Oh, thank you, Alan. He says you've done really well tonight, Paul. Well done. Look, empty glasses here, cups of tea here, but I'm glad I saw it. It was just one of those things, and it just annoys me because, as Daniel Coburn will tell you, I like things to be about right here, but we had fun. And thank you for those who may have tuned into FOSS 107 yesterday morning. I'm back on FOSS 107 for the last Saturday of the month and then the first Saturday of February. If you want to join me live on FOSS 107 Saturday morning, 8 till 12, I'd love to have your company. We'll have some good fun, as Daniel Coburn will definitely verify. Good fun yesterday, weren't it? Okay, well, that's it from me. Managed to squeeze it all in an hour, so that's good, even though we were late starting, so all is good. And I look forward to your company, hopefully, next Sunday when everything will be hunky-dory and tickety-boo. But who knows? So until then, take care. Remember to keep HDPP and to keep it live. Until next week, take care. Ta-da!
Live.
Oh my word, was that an adventure? Or was that an adventure? Oh, head spinning, but we've got through it, and that's the main thing. So this is the part of the programme we never talk about. And then behind there don't either. We never talk about this. In fact, no one ever talks about the programme, full stop. But I'll give you a few dad jokes to send you off to bed with a bit of a chortle, a bit of a laugh, and probably a couple of lines which you can, if you dare, to share with your workmates at work and that sort of thing. So if you're ready for one or two little ones, I think some you would have heard before, some you've not. Some nice ones here. So if we're all ready, here we go. I read by law you must turn on your headlights when it's raining in Sweden. But how am I supposed to know when it's raining in Sweden? Good one. Absolutely. I don't know when it's raining. Today my son asked me, can I have a bookmark? I burst into tears. 11 years old and he still doesn't know my name is Brian. Oh dear, I like that. Why didn't Han Solo enjoy his steak dinner? It was chewy. Said there were good ones tonight. What about this one? You never see elephants hiding in trees. Why do you never see elephants hiding in trees? Because they're so damn good at it. Did you hear about the racing snail who got rid of his shell? He thought it would make him faster, but it just made him more sluggish. All right. Meanwhile, a turtle is crossing the road when he's mugged by two snails. When the police ask him what happened, the shaken turtle replies, I don't know. It all happened so fast. Nearly there. We all know about Murphy's Law. Anything can go wrong will go wrong. But have you heard of Cole's Law? It's thinly sliced cabbage. Tongue up there, that's a shame. Right on the punchline. I'll start that one again. Can we cut that bit out? Yeah. We've all heard of Murphy's Law. Anything can go wrong will go wrong. But have you heard of Cole's Law? It's thinly sliced cabbage. Coleslaw. Really screwed that one up, actually. Yeah. All right, finally. I know a bunch of good jokes about umbrellas, but you to go over people's heads. Finally. This really is finally. Thank you. The bank keeps calling me to give me compliments. They say I have an outstanding balance. Take care. See you soon. Bye-bye.